When you guys watch these videos and people are clickbaiting my name or somebody else's name, Grant's making a lot of money. I buy the deal, close it, and then mark the price up. That is absolutely not true. The price is not marked up. Let me explain it to you exactly. Everything. I'm going to give you every bit of input. So this is how it works. I go find a deal. I do the due diligence. I underwrite the deal. We do all the work on the deal, and then I buy the deal. So we did a $230 million deal. We bought it from an institution out of bankruptcy. I went and closed the deal with my cash and my balance sheet in 10 days.
Breaking news regarding billionaire Grant Cardone.
Luxury complex for $235 million.
What do I get paid to do that deal? First of all, I'm buying the deal on my balance sheet. I paid $235 for the asset. There's a bunch of fees, legal fees, closing fees, escrow, etc., that amount to about maybe 1.5% on every deal for every person, no matter who you are. You're not getting away from those fees. And then we also add 1% on top of that. We acquire the asset. Now I got to go raise the money. I backfill the funds, $235 million, or some portion of that. I backfill to those who want to invest with me. Go to my audience of investors. We have 20,000 people that have invested with me. The average check size is probably, well, if we've raised $2 billion, do the math. 80% of all the funds is done with accredited investors. Today, we only have accredited investor funds open, and the minimum is 200,000 with an average of about probably over 500,000 per person. These are fairly sophisticated investors. They know what they're doing. They know me. They know the asset. They know exactly what the address is. We tell them what we think the project's going to do. We target an asset to do somewhere between 12 and 15%. If it's a value add, we think it's probably going to be closer to 15. If it's a newer deal, we think with some leverage debt, we're going to probably achieve about 12% annualized. The rate of return suggests that the cash flow plus when we sell the asset will achieve over time. Remember, we got to do two things. We got to cash flow and we have to sell the asset for more than we paid for it in order to return a 12 or 15% return. Now we have fees, right? We have fees on top of that. Obviously our goal is the more we make, the better it is. It goes like this: 1% to acquire the property, 1% annualized to manage the asset, to manage the money in the asset, to manage the funds, and then when we exit, if we exit, another 1%. We did a deal in 2017. This is called Fund 1. That deal, it's 9 years old. We just refinanced the deal after 9 years. 47% after fees. 47% after fees to our investors. Cash flow, we didn't sell it. We refinanced it, sent the money back, the original capital back to the investors. They made 4 times on their money net of fees. They received cash flow the entire time, and we still own that asset. Okay? So do the math on that. That is a better return than any of the Magnificent 7 stocks. In this case, on Fund 1, we refinanced the asset, did not sell it, returned all the capital, took our fees. We still own the asset. The asset's still cash flows. None of that's tax events to our investors, by the way. A phenomenal deal. Fund 2. Again, these aren't all our funds, okay? Do the math. Again, that was net of fees. Okay, we did extremely well. Our investors freaking loved it. Now, this last big giant deal I did that I was telling you about earlier was Boca Raton, 101 Meisner. You can look at the address. This is all public records, by the way. We closed it, I think, in July of last year, 25. 235, I closed it. We probably all in with all our expenses and legal, etc., the bankruptcy courts, and it's a pretty complex closing at $250 million. We then open it up to our audience. The audience puts some money in, and for that period of time, by the way, I'm exposed to no one ever putting any money in the deal. Now I have to fill it up. I have to handle the leasing. I have to handle the refurnishing, and basically execute on our business plan. The business plan is, let's raise the rents, improve the property, give a great experience to tenants. I have to provide reporting for all the investors. on a monthly basis. We distribute cash flow, and then I need to manage that asset for the next 5, 6, 7 years. All the problems, the evictions, the legal, somebody slips and falls, the insurance, property insurance going up, property taxes, collecting rents. Got to do all that. That deal's a big deal. 366 units, great property, great location, and that might be something we end up owning for 20 or 30 years. Now, when we structured that deal, it was not a 1%, 1, and a 20. We did a 1 to acquire it, 1% on the exit, if we exit, and 50% of the upside. But we changed one other thing. In addition to changing the 20 to a 50, we also provided our investors with an 8% preferred return. Basically, preferred return is not a guaranteed return. Preferred return suggests that you, the investor, gets the first 8% of the distributions of that asset. I got to hit an 8% return annualized with cash flow and a sale in order to be rewarded with a 50% of anything above that number. And the reason we did this, by the way, I'm gonna tell you why I did it. We did something that's never been done before in real estate. We added $100 million of Bitcoin to reduce the risk and the volatility of the Bitcoin on that fund. We said, look, we're gonna pay you the first 8. I'm so confident this deal is gonna work. We're gonna bring our preferred return back. And because we had the pref, I'm gonna split everything above 8. So let's say the property does 12%. I'm sharing with you what my fees are on these deals. Let's say the deal does 12% a year over 10 years, 120% total payout. The investors get 8 a year. We split the other 4. I get 2, they get 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. They get 10 of the 12% that it annualized. If you guys don't think that's fair, don't do it. That's what I tell people. I'm like, if you think that's unfair, don't do it. Now watch this. I'm not doing it for 2%, okay? I'm not in it for the 2. I'm in it for I believe the deal is going to do way better than that, okay? I want to make 10 or 15%. So watch how I'm going to do that. I think the deal is going to do 30% a year. That's how confident I am in this deal. Now, this deal's closed, so I'm not selling you this deal. I'm not pumping you this deal right now. You can't put your money in this deal. This deal's closed, fully funded, closed fund. You can't come into it, so I'm not pitching the deal to you right now. In this deal, we did $235 million of real estate, $100 million of Bitcoin. I have to pay back, in this case, the preferred is 8 on 335. It's going to be $260 million. I got to pay the $330 million back plus $260 back, and then I get 50% of everything above that. Okay. Now let's say, for simple math, it hits the 30%. Okay. What do the investors get? Take the 30 less 8. Now we have 22% to split. They got their 8, and we split 22. I get 11. They get 19. I do unbelievable, okay? Like, if that fund works out the way I think it is, it's going to be brilliant for me and my team at Cardone Capital. Brilliant, okay? But what did the investor get? The investor averaged 19% return without finding the deal, buying the deal, managing the deal, without handling evictions, tenants, termites, toilets, legal problems, property taxes, etc. That deal will scream. Now, there's a chance we're going to take that deal public, at which point, so you guys understand, my investors will no longer be members in that asset. They will end up getting shares in the real estate and the Bitcoin fund, at which point they will be liquid. Hopefully we'll go to the stock market, and the stock market will, let's say it's a $10 stock, and they'll bid the stock up because they believe in this new formula, this new thing that we're doing, and the stock shares go up and everybody gets rich, hopefully. So what are my fees? My fees are this. Depending on the deal, they change, by the way. The marketplace says, hey, I'll do it or I won't do it. It's up to you. Our typical fund structure is 1% going in, 1% when we sell it. We haven't sold it. an asset, by the way. I've only gotten promotes on 2 deals. Promotes means I'm making extra money over my fees. We've only taken promotes on 2 deals, and that was Fund 1 and Fund 2, where I crushed it. And when I crush it, dude, I want to be paid. By the way, you should want your partners to make a lot of money. When you guys watch these videos and people are clickbaiting my name or somebody else's name, and they're like, oh, so-and-so's making so much money. The next question to ask is, okay, that's cool. Grant's making a lot of money. Cardone Capital made, I think last year, $15 million raising money. This year, I'm probably going to make $40 million. I'm not running from the idea of making money, guys. I'm doing this to make money, okay? And I'm also doing this to make my investors money. And I want to build my investor base. And the more money I make for my investors, guess what? The more money people are going to give me. Vanguard makes about 0.75% on $11 trillion. Blackstone makes 1.5% on $2 trillion. Like Grant Cardone making money. I ain't killing the world because I'm making money. I'm gonna make a shitload of money. I want to make a lot of money, and I'm not hiding to that. So here's the fees: 1 going in, 1 going out, 1 to manage the asset, and typically a 20% on the promote. If we add the Bitcoin, it's going to be a little different. Okay, hope this finds you well. When people give you information about me or somebody else, just ask the rest of it. The last question to ask is what? When somebody says, oh, Joe made so much money, well, how did his investors do? Because if his investors aren't getting hurt and they're making money and they're getting cash flow, we've distributed, in my career raising money, I've distributed almost $600 million in real cash to our investors. I've sent out almost $800 million in tax write-offs. I have bought 76 deals, and 45 of those I have allowed investors to play along with me. If you want to invest with me as an investor, if you like what we're doing, like the assets that we're buying, you like our fee structure, if you trust me and like me and you want to do business with me, let's do some business together. Invest with me. CardoneCapital.com. You can go see all our deals there. Full disclosure, every deal is there. If you don't like me, you're not going to invest with me. If you don't trust me, you should not invest with me. You shouldn't invest with anybody you don't trust. If you want more information, go to CardoneCapital.com. We got a number there, 305-407-0276. If you want to invest, or if you want to see what we're doing, or if you want to learn how I do what I do and you want to go do it, dude, let's go. I'll help you. Not a problem. I love helping people. God bless you guys. Be great.